I want to drink later.
You're gonna. I want to drink. Actually, I should have grabbed that first. Hi guys, we're on.
Hello.
What's going on, guys? Sorry, we're running a tad bit late tonight. We have one guest missing right now, but she will be with us momentarily. She's on her way home right now. Um, we're gonna talk more on defensive Magick. Crescent had a video up on her channel, so if you guys want to click over there and check that out, just to get some other information. But tonight we are doing a defensive Magick episode on my channel with the help of two other witches to help bring in diversity and other ideas and to just get the party going. Also, happy Yule, everybody.
Happy Yule.
I'll be right back. I gotta go get me a little beverage. And I swear, if anybody judges me for it, I will throw you guys.
No one is going to judge. This is a non-judgmental zone. We don't judge.
We listen, but
And
we
we
don't
judge.
judge.
Oh, sorry. We don't.
Oh, ready? We listen and we judge.
Exactly. Okay, one more time.
We listen,
We listen and we judge.
and we judge
I
harshly.
know. I walk in for a second, all I hear is we judge.
We're the judge, jury, and executioner.
Mm.
So, I see Bougie Mystic. I see Angelo.
Okay, I was grabbing books too.
Books. We need books.
Books.
Boo!
Exactly.
Exactly.
That hurt.
Huh?
What the? Ooh,
Help us do. Saw that.
Hail Pazuzu.
Pazuzu,
Show the
we
class.
have to-
What?
Show the.
Shibbity what?
I already
Show
know
the-
what that is from the sound of it.
I know, but I want him to show the class what he's drinking.
No, that's not nobody's business. Nobody's
Basic
business.
bitchery. We're gonna call this episode Basic Bitchery.
I hate you guys so fucking much. I'm gonna go.
Oh,
TV
okay.
static and a
No, that's
TV
not gonna work for me.
TV static in a can.
I hate you guys so much.
You better off licking one of those old modular televisions.
Look, it's all I have in the house. Even my godmother was offered it, and she was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good." I'm like, oh.
There's your defensive Magic right there. Ain't nobody coming in contact with it.
Just set it out on the front.
Somebody.
Just sit it out on the front porch. They'll know.
No, like a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm missing the top half.
Hello, Lady Witch.
No, it's right there in front of me. What's up, Lady Witch? What's up, everybody that's here?
Jasmine tea.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
What?
Angelo's
Angelo,
living it up.
Jasmine tea. Ooh. And create a minute. Ooh, nice.
Got bathtub gin. Oh my god. I can't drink right now. I did find eggnog for Alex.
Ew.
Well, we were going to drink it with him on Christmas Eve because Walmart sells the little moose head cups from Christmas vacation. And then we thought we bought them, but Alan remembered putting them back last minute. So now I'm not drinking a stupid eggnog. It's not the same unless it's in the cup.
I don't like eggnog at all.
I'm
I
not
saw
a fan.
I saw a meme the other day on Facebook that underneath somebody's eggnog recipe they said, I'm vegan and I have dairy allergy. Is there anything that I can use to substitute to make this eggnog? And somebody commented and said, y'all just have to sit this one out.
Yeah, it's called just pour the alcohol part.
Coquito is where it's at.
I still don't like it.
Some people don't make it good.
Well, I have he's basically my Puerto Rican dealer. He gets me my coquito, my pasteras, but again, I don't like it. Like there's coquito in the fridge right now, but that's because Dad drinks that, not me.
I'm gonna go about Jack and go get cigarettes.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
Coquito? It's basically alcoholic eggnog, but it's a Puerto Rican
There's
Um,
no egg in it though. It's coconut cream.
yeah, it's
Oh,
all
it's,
coconut.
I'm about to sound
It,
real dumb. Is there egg in eggnog?
yeah, it's supposed to
I
be.
I thought that was just like a dame. I didn't know there was egg in it.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
disgusting.
No, what I didn't
Oh.
know there was egg in was a damn whiskey sour, and now that's all I want to try.
Well, if
I've never seen
if it
egg
goes
in
in
it.
it, why don't they put it in it when you order it? I don't get that.
Because I guess a lot of people. Because all right, so there was one time, it was the one and only time I was ever asked, if I wanted my egg in my whiskey sour, and I looked at the bartender. I was like, "Gross, no." And then I went home and looked up what the fuck, why there would even be an egg in a whiskey sour, and I saw, and I was like, "Wait, that looks good." And since then, I've always wanted to try it, and nobody's ever offered it.
I
Well,
just imagine somebody dropping a fried egg straight in the glass.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
is
You
it
know,
the egg white part?
it's the egg white, like frothed up.
Fluffed. Okay, no,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
No, I don't want that either. I don't even
What
like
the
meringue.
hell? That's the only reason why I was like, wait a minute, now I do want this.
I don't even like meringue. So
I don't like meringue either. It tastes like nothing.
Right, it has no taste. So how do you not like it?
Because if it's there, it should have a taste. I can't explain it. It should be tasty, right? Like you can taste everything else in there.
but imagine getting drunk off a bunch of whiskey sours with egg in it. Like,
Okay, now you're making me feel grossed out now. Yeah,
yeah, see,
that does sound very gross.
yeah, I would say start off with it, have one to see it, and then
Yeah, no, yeah. If you're like gonna go to town drinking, maybe don't have it with egg all the time. But like, yeah,
I was
just maybe like the first one.
I was a rum and coke kind of dude.
Oh,
like
that's my
rum.
father's fucking drink. I hate it. Whole new
Can't do
meaning
it.
to deviled eggs dropped into the booze.
Mm-hmm.
No, my favorite, like I said, yeah, my go-tos are either whiskey sours, mojitos, or
I
blue
don't like
Hawaiian.
mojitos. I don't like mojitos.
Mm.
I don't think
Too
I've
much
ever
mint.
had one.
Oh, I love it,
Wait, is that
especially like a
different than a
blueberry
mint
one.
julep?
What?
Mojitos have muddled mint leaves in it.
Yeah.
What's a mint julep then?
Maybe it's the extract of the mint and not the.
Oh, I'm not
I
a
just
fan
thought
of
that was
old fashions.
no. I can't do the old fashions. My God.
My, Sam, her boyfriend, fucking chugs those things.
Mint juleps have bourbon in them.
Ew.
Sugar, water, crushed or shaved ice. And I think mojitos
They have rum, Bacardi.
are rum. Yeah, rum.
I like rum, but I don't like rum and Coke.
I'm there because again, though, that's my father's fucking drink. So ew. A gin and Sprite. Okay.
I
I've
had a
never
friend
had.
that
I don't know if I like gin. I don't think I like gin though. Is gin what's in a Moscow Mule?
I don't know.
Somebody here knows.
I think that's vodka, isn't it?
Is it?
Moscow. I think.
I don't
I
know my.
mean, Moscow. I would think vodka.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not bad. I think it's vodka and ginger, isn't it?
It's
Yeah, it's
vodka.
ginger, like a ginger beer or something.
Yeah.
It's vodka. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Dylan orders those. That's like his go-to drink. Is
Makes
Moscow.
sense.
He orders 2 at a time.
Ew.
Yeah.
Martinis
leave
have
it?
gin in them.
Oh.
Oh, martini. Okay. Okay.
I don't
See,
like
I'm
martinis.
very particular on my martinis.
And some martinis have vermouth.
Yeah, I don't know
That
what
I
vermouth
hate.
is.
That I
Is
hate.
it the sour additive or the bitters?
I think it's the bitter.
Oh.
Because I remember from Yellowstone, Beth always orders vodka and with olives in them. And
Yeah.
they're always like, "Oh, you want a martini?" She's like, "No, martinis have vermouth, and I don't like vermouth."
Right.
Mm-hmm.
She just wants vodka.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just straight liquor with some olives.
Beth is my
hey.
bitch.
Yeah, I know. Beth is like a spirit animal.
And
So was Rip.
my mom has a thing for Rip.
Oh, everybody has a thing for Rip. You know how many dogs I groomed named Rip?
Named Rip?
Rip. I actually groomed him, my main one, the other day, Wednesday. And he's a little toy poodle, and he gets kicked. Before he got to me, he got kicked out of every grooming shop because he's very front leg aggressive. So you try to grab his, to groom or do nails, and he literally will attack you. He's literally this big. I mean, he's tiny, but he bites really hard.
Well,
She has to drug that poor dog at night and before his appointment, and he still wakes up and
oh, that's not
like,
good.
yeah, he's so cute though.
Poor baby.
He's so sweet until you touch his front legs.
I mean,
But
that's like
he's
his only problem, though.
yeah, like he's so precious and cute and sweet. And then she just got him neutered too, like 3 or 4 months ago. So
Yeah.
that testosterone's still working out. So
Mm.
hopefully it's gonna get better. But right now, still very much mean.
Yeah. That'll wane, though, hopefully.
I hope so, because he is so freaking cute. And he's
Don't
so
worry,
good
guys.
on
We'll
the
We'll get to
table.
the.
How long has he been at your shop?
I've been doing him for a year solid now.
Okay.
And he's 3.
Oh.
Yeah, she was having to take him to the vet and get him totally knocked out to get shaved because no one can handle him.
Mm-hmm.
But you just gotta be. He's one of those dogs that he will respect you if you show him boundaries, except for those front legs. Everything else he's calmed down about. I can touch him all over. I can pet him. I can approach him. I can get him out of the kennel. Because he went to a couple shops and they couldn't even, like, once they put him in the kennel, they couldn't get him back out because he was kennel aggressive.
Gotcha.
So he's come a long way.
Yeah, good. I just fucking rubbed up.
Don't worry, people in the chat. We'll get to the defensive Magic soon.
Maybe.
All right, so defensive Magic. All right. Oh God, I don't know. How do we want to start this? Because I mean, I have a few spells from my own books that I do want to share to kind of give you guys my own, like what I do in my practice. I don't know if you guys want to do the same.
That's good. Start with that.
Yeah. Shoot.
Okay.
Because I have a couple too.
So I'll give you my simple one, which is not in this book, but the simple one. So it's a warding spell, kind of like a boundary spell, but it harnesses on the power and the heat of the sun. So basically, if something is harmful that comes your way, it's as if it goes into your territory. It's like going into the sun, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it fucking will burn out, or the closer it gets, it feels the heat, so it'll go away. It won't try to mess with you. So basically, kind of think of it like if you've ever seen Oz the Great and Powerful, when they went inside like Glinda's bubble ward, how like good things can go in but bad can't. It's kind of in that sense, but instead of it being a bubble and just being like a boundary they can't touch or go past, it's the sun's flames. It's heat. It's painful. It's scorching. It'll deteriorate if it can actually come in. You know what I mean? It won't be able to come in fully put together. Basically, it'll disintegrate. It'll burn out.
Right.
And that's a simple incantation. What you do is you get yourself like either a red, black, or white candle. You can anoint it with a protection potion if you want to. You don't necessarily have to. You can let the candle sit in like the sun and sunlight to absorb the sun's energy for a while, and then put it in a candle holder. Take cinnamon and sulfur, put a circle around the candle in a counterclockwise formation, while saying, when you do it with the cinnamon, when you do it with the sulfur, you say, power of the sun 3 times while making the circle. Then you get the cinnamon, do it again, and then you say, heat of the flame, and then you light the candle, and then you say, power of the sun, heat of the flame, protection now rules my domain, and visualize basically a fiery bubble around your sacred space that contains the sun's energy. And again, anything that comes in would get basically incinerated immediately,
That
or
reminds
it'll
me
just
of
stay away because of the heat.
that reminds me of True Blood in the season that they had the witches and they had Marnie. She was possessed by another witch, but it's not
Yeah,
the important part of the story. She had a spell where she cast around the witch shop while they were boarded inside. Um, Basically, a wall of protection that was drawn from the sun, and that way, if the vampires tried to step forward, they got burnt to a crisp.
I vaguely remember that, and I remember
Yeah,
what I remember vaguely is someone grabbing a doorknob and it's like it burned their hand.
yeah, because she put that another protection spell to keep people in.
Okay, yeah. So okay, yes, very similar in that aspect. I'm seeing a lot
That's
of.
where I got Protecto Mihi from because that's what she said on herself to open the door. And then the spell that brought up the walls, like the sunlight walls, was Molinia Sursum or something like that, which I think is actual Latin for walls up.
See, um a lot of TV uses real Latin incantations, like Harry Potter. When they put the protective force field around Hogwarts and in the last movie, or like this, I think it's the second to last. No, it's the last movie.
Mm-hmm.
When they put the protection board, they're saying a real Latin incantation. Like if you translate that, I forget what it is, but it's
I know it.
yeah, it's I forget what it is, but it's a real
It's,
Latin incantation that witches can actually use to put around their house or work or circles or whatever the hell.
I remember there was three spells that they combined together to make that shield. It was Protego Maxima, Fiante Duri, and
Yes,
Repello Moguldum.
yes, and Protego Maxima, obviously maximum protection. Fianto Dirty. Um, if I look in my Latin book, I can fucking translate it, and I literally did this like the beginning of this month, and I forget.
Mm-hmm. And then Repello Moguldum, I think, was just Repel Muggles.
As we should.
As we should.
That was a
So
badass scene.
Bougie asked, "Do y'all see offensive magic as separate from defensive magic?"
Um, yeah, but they can also go hand in hand too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can have wards or spells that are just meant to block the energy and defend, but you can also wire into those defensive spells the attack
Yeah.
part of it too. So you
Mm-hmm.
can defend and either throw it back, or you might just have one that just defends and doesn't do anything against the other person. But
Active and interactive.
I
I
vaguely
think they can
feel
be
like
separate. Yeah.
I vaguely feel like I mentioned something like that on Crescent's channel when we were talking about defensive magic. Because yeah, I for the most part would see them separate, but that doesn't mean you can't combine them. Oh, that looks
Yeah, you can
really
have them either separate or you can have them combined.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Because exactly that. Because technically, yes, they are two different things. One is to prevent, while the other is to attack. But that doesn't mean you can't combine. And whatever comes, yes, it'll defend, it'll prevent, but the meaning behind preventing is attacking. You know what I mean? I forget what I said, but I know I said something along the lines of basically putting some type of ward around your house that when you get basically someone intruding, it immediately kind of like an attack animal. And Petus Bestiade, kind of like an attack animal that'll go once it feels this intruder, it'll target exactly where it's stemming from and attack them.
Kind of like a sentry.
Or I think somebody called it a booby trap. Somebody
I think
said
I
something
said
about
something like that, like booby trap magics, and I
yeah.
think I want to say it was Bushi that said something that I forget. He called it something, and I said, "What's that?" And then I think he said what I would call booby traps.
Yeah.
But I could
Yeah.
be wrong. Who the hell I was talking to? I'm sorry.
No. I think it was either him or Angelo.
Angelo said I'm just starting to learn chaos magic and servitors. Oh my god, I like the idea of how. Okay, look, I'm gonna warn you right now. Servitors can go against you, so be careful. Just be very careful. Remember that when it comes to servitors, they are the energy they are created from. So
Thank you.
just keep that in mind. Really.
And I think I remember when I was learning about servitors, the lady that I would watch that taught me, um, I think it was the Blue Witch or something like that. She always puts like a kill switch in her servitors.
Smart.
I like that. That's something I should have done. So Yaya here says that I think offensive is like sending confusion to someone so that they don't bother you. That's very much a offensive spell because you are sending
Yeah.
something at them. You know what I mean? Again, that's like that attack mode. Whether or not it's for harm is irrelevant because it's the sending back. It's the going after them. It's the now you're putting something on that person rather than just preventing what they're putting on you.
Mhm.
That's when you step into the now we're talking on offensives rather than defensive.
Because you could work your wards into either the ward hit the energy hits the ward, and then it can either disperse it back into the ground and just get rid of it, or
Mm-hmm.
make it throw it back at the originator.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like railroad spikes, because when I use them, I think about it as like a like an electrical circuit that it hits it and it grounds it.
Yeah. Yep.
That's basically what Bougie said. He was like, this is like his witchy alarm system.
Like charmed with the crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I feel like we all kind of, not all, I guess I shouldn't say that, but a lot of us use crystals in that, we have Selenite by the door, we have amethyst, we have whatever, some people might
On
use
the mirrors.
tigerite, the mirrors, even though we didn't stay on topic for 2 freaking hours that we talked about this, we did touch on a lot of little topics that, if you put them all together, that's pretty solid stuff. Like, I mean,
I
That's
remember.
go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you also gotta also remember that when you do protection workings or defensive magics and lay that kind of groundwork out at home, you don't do it just once, but you do it a bunch of times, and you do it a bunch of different ways. And it's not like your house is under that one spell at the time. Your house is under all of those spells. You know what I mean? That's layers upon layers upon the layers of protection.
I was
And
gonna
it's a good idea to
like,
remember that so you can re-enchant all of those protections.
I advise writing them down.
Mm-hmm.
When you did them, why you did them, and when you need to recharge them or relay them, because it's like peeling back layers of an onion. It's like,
Yeah.
which is good because then it takes longer for something. Say somebody is really just going at you for whatever reason, and they create something that is designed to work through layers of protection. It would at least slow that one thing down or whatever that thing is. So you would have time, your warning system would alert you, and you would have time to put up your offensive measures while backing up your defensive measures.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when I always like visual metaphors. It's like when somebody either shoots a gun or shoots a bow and arrow. As it keeps going through material after material, it slows down until it stops.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Rowan, did you want to share any of the workings that you had?
The one that I do a lot that is like my main thing. Well, actually, I have two things that are my main thing. The first one being I like talismans and amulets,
Yeah.
like specifically the Hamsa with the evil eyes. So
Mm-hmm.
I use those a lot, not only just to protect from evil eyes, but I feel like they can protect from any kind of negative energy. I have um, a working that I do that you take a clear glass of water and you take the little camphor bricklets. I put one of those in there, and then that blue laundry dye
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that used
Yeah.
to come in balls. I'll scratch some of that in there and turn it into like a blue water with the camphor, and I'll
Mm.
place that next to like a threshold or a doorway to act like as a sponge and a barrier against like negative forces. Um,
Matter of fact, that actually reminds me when we were in Savannah and even in where you live, April, that a lot of people had that Haint Blue. whether
Mhm.
it was above the doorways or above the windowsills and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta keep those spirits out.
That's
that's
a
one of the
event
reasons.
magic that built into culture and architect.
That's one of the reasons that my walls in here are that light blue.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exactly like a haint blue. It's like a bluish green. But after all the incense is burned, it looks a little,
Well,
ashy at the moment. Um,
Yeah, no, my walls, I mean, yes, they're a nice red, but if I do go like this with my finger, it's bad. There's a
I also
lot of
do.
the witch's room. What do you want from me?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna burn incense and tobacco smoke and all that stuff, and it's gonna get black.
Charcoal and loose incense and candles and
oil.
oil and
Oil,
poppets and all kinds of shit. Papers.
air conditioner filters.
Oh my god, stop. Fucking yeah, yeah. That's my shirt. Hold on.
Yeah, that
Why
shirt
is
Kinda
is
it in the
ruined.
or is it here? No, I think it's here. I think I'm looking right at it. No, I'm not.
Saint Benedict medals. I love Saint Benedict medals.
Okay, it's not. I think it's in my hamper, and I'm not going through my hamper. But I have a shirt that is permanently destroyed because it's white shirt. But one night, Michael's oil lamp was burning, and I fell asleep, and I don't know what happened, but I woke up and everything was covered in black soot, including the shirt, and the shirt is now permanently destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something I did also want to go into, but I think I was gonna wait more for Tequila because she's gonna be with us later, and I don't know if this is what she was gonna bring up at all or not. If not, I know one of us was gonna bring it up. But Catholic saints and holy water, stuff like that, Latin mass, I like that.
Mm-hmm. Copper sulfate. I think that's the original bluing recipe.
Is
I think
it?
it's also. I think it's also poisonous too. I'm not sure. It may
I
not
have
be. It
I
might be
have
another one.
in my car, I have a chicken foot charm that's tied to a mojo bag. I have the beautiful, almost like rosary charm that you gave me, Rowan, for Hecate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I have an evil eye charm, along with an evil eye charm that you also gave me on my keys, my car keys.
Mm-hmm.
I have mine in my car too that you made me, and I have the one for Barbara.
Bad.
Barbara.
Even a baggie of like Catholic church dirt can be used as like a powerful protection ward.
Mm-hmm.
That's very
Absolutely.
simple.
A nice little
That's
mojo bag with just some Catholic church dirt or even salt, black salt, all three together.
I'll
There's a
tell
lot
you.
of things you can do and then pray over them with the Catholic spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mom had like 4 or 5 different things of Catholic church mixtures. Like she had Catholic church dirt with salt, Catholic money,
Mm-hmm.
dirt. I mean, she was mixing Catholic dirt with everything. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she just had jars of it.
It's good shit.
I mean, it is, but like that's how little I knew about my mother's practice and how much it differed than mine. She did stuff I had no idea about, and going through some of the stuff that I've gone through,
Going
I
through some
kind
of the
of
stuff, I'm over here like, damn, me and your mama had a lot of things in common.
yeah, she was doing stuff, but you know what? We didn't converse on our different practices very much.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just weird because I thought you have a picture of how somebody may practice or whatever based on conversation or whatnot, and then you have this opportunity to go through their things and could not tell you what the hell she was doing half the time.
Yeah.
She had oils and brews and mixes and dirts and
I mean,
sands and salts.
but sometimes that's just what it's like, when it like with other witches.
I
So
know.
not very open.
No, I just kind of thought we'd be more. I guess I had this thing. I thought as her daughter, I would practice more like her just inherently. No,
Nah.
not even close.
Yeah. See again, children. But because even my children in the future are witches, what kind of witches? Because that matters. No, it doesn't. But
At that point, you can't be too picky. As long as they're practicing magic, that's it.
I mean, I will be grateful either way.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. You know, we're humans. Can we ever be happy? You know what I mean? Are we ever
No.
100%? You know, it's like we say we want this and then we get it. And it's like, okay, but this. And it's like, all right, well, you're never happy. We're humans.
Right. Yeah, because no.
Ooh, Bougie says he has a recipe that uses poison ivy powder. That kind of works as a hot foot.
I bet it does.
I wish I had that right now.
Oh, some poison ivy with a little copper sulfate. Ooh, damn.
Even like mothballs, you know, like that. Those can be prayed over and enchanted over and just thrown out. You know, like.
I think mothballs have camphor in them.
They have something in them. They stink.
I think mothballs have some camphor in them too.
They do. That's what you smell.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. My neighbor dropped some. I thought it was candy. And I just left it there because, not my mess, not my problem, right?
Girl, you thought it was candy?
No, because I didn't pick it up or anything. No, I just saw it. It looked like jawbreakers.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like just jawbreakers.
Yeah.
And
those mothballs.
Yeah, try it.
Yeah.
Try putting it in your jaw.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead. Pop one in your mouth.
No, they stuck. Because I would see them and I'd be like, "What the fuck is that smell?" And I never connected the two until one day the smell.
That's your preventative. And he's trying to prevent you.
Probably.
He's like, "This will keep witches away."
Nope, because I swept them bitches up and got rid of them. I was tired of dealing with it. Didn't work. It worked for like 2 or 3 days, and I was like, "I'm over it. I can't do it. I can't do this."
Yeah.
They're too close to my nostrils. I can't do it.
No, but yeah, if you throw those out into your yard, kind of like how you do like with like salt or sand barriers. I like sand barriers because salt upon the earth really isn't the best. And I mean, I'll do it depending on the working, but like if I'm doing a whole fucking spread, I'd rather use like sand. But you could do that with mothballs, or take a bunch of mothballs and camphor and stuff like that, and grind them up into a powder. Oh, some frankincense, myrrh, like a bunch of resins. Oh, that would be nice, and that can be a very sticky shield. You know what I mean?
Sticky.
Speaking of, another thing that I do that I totally forgot until this moment. I don't know about you guys, but for me, during the summer, my house covered up and down on the outside with spiders. But with that being said, my house is outside, always covered with spider webs. So enchant the spider webs to catch anything that comes your way that's potentially harmful or trying to attack you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, asafoetida smells like dookie.
Yeah, so it's valerian root. Oh, is that what you take? I don't know.
No, ashwagandha. No.
Ashwagandha, that's what it is.
I mean, that's all the ashwas.
Asafoetida is nicknamed Devil's Dung for a reason.
Ugh. I would. Would the incessant sneezing be part of the spell? Of course. I love the interaction. I do.
But yeah, my God, valerian root. I think valerian root is a root that is disgusting smelling, and that goes into my hot foot powder.
I have valerian growing right now.
I think it's in the pills I take.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, try drinking it.
Oh, I have. That's it. I used to put it in my sleep time mixture because it,
Oh shit! I was supposed to make that's maybe tomorrow's job. A coworker of mine is having trouble sleeping, and she is about to go on a bunch of medication, and I'm like, wait, not that there's anything wrong with that, but let me give you a natural remedy real quick. See if this works. And if this works, maybe try this, because I have my sleeping potion.
I was going to say if it's going to be
natural
that
drink, if you will.
your spiritual Valium.
My
It still
natural
works.
painkiller, exactly. Yeah, buddy. It's used in cooking. What is?
Asafoetida.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that you even know how to say it just irritates me.
What's going on, Marty?
Hey, Marty.
Um,
Oh,
yeah,
I was gonna.
Chris. Oh,
Mm,
good. I was
mm.
literally gonna look at you and be like, say something about protective or defensive magic.
I like to make a home mixture, and so which I haven't done it the last 2 months. So I guess this is my reminder to do it coming up. And actually, I might zhuzh it up for the new year because why not? But I like to do a home mixture of herbs to sprinkle around. I can't encircle my property because I'm in
I
like a
know. I know.
townhouse deal.
Yeah.
But
Good move
like
up.
I
I mean,
can,
I can and I do because I actually can walk around the whole building.
yeah.
It just annoys me that I get people involved, like other
Kev, can you
neighbors.
send Tequila the link?
Oh yeah.
But like I just make it. It's dirt, whatever dirt I want to use, whichever. Normally it's graveyard dirt. Sulfur, red brick dust, black salt, regular salt, or our salt, and not willow,
Who?
oak,
Oh,
oak
Willow.
bark,
Oak.
oak bark. I was gonna say willow bark, but I was looking at the
I
jar.
do love willow bark because it's
Yeah,
very flexible. I'm sorry.
yeah, it
Ugh.
is. But I just make that. And I spread it around. It's like a perimeter. I'm sorry, I took my medicine.
Now
Um,
you're gonna make me yawn.
I'm sorry. But you do what you can with what you got, and that's and then we all have our, well, I'm not gonna say all charms on the doors and above the doors and outside the doors and under the doormat, layers.
I have one right. How do I? Right there. Oh,
What is it?
it's one of the evil eye hands.
Mm.
Right
I
next
have
to it.
one right here. Literally, it's just a keychain. This one is the one that looks like yours, but it's not because you can see there's no cascarilla in it. A, but B, like I said, yours is on my keys. I just so happen to have this. I think you did get me this because I've never
Yeah, yeah.
gotten.
I think I sent you a couple.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I know you sent me two of the
Mhm.
same thing. I don't know what it was, and I think it's this because it's nothing of the bigger charms. And I mean, by the window, I have wind chimes and pentacle wind chimes. But
My pentacle was hanging up right there. But now there's stockings there, so
so,
Uh,
is there like
which
any like if you need some serious defensive magic, like you need an immediate protective, like you need something now, but you're on the go. What do you do?
I will say the prayer of Saint Michael the Archangel 3 times in a row.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Uh huh. Uh huh. Your turn.
mm,
Uh
mm, you
huh.
go. You go. It's fine.
So there'll be a couple of things I do. Either I will say Agraria Padelgara Ananaskepta 3 times. I will say, what did I just say?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Wait, hold on. I said the wrong spell. I meant Atema Kut Vigabura Victura Rioram. That's what I say 3 times.
He's gonna mess
Or
around and summon a demon one day by accidentally saying the wrong thing.
or I'll say Eo Heka, Eo Heka, Eo Heka. Or I will literally just be like, yo, Hearn, yo, Hecate, get your ass in here.
Hey, yo.
It's now time. It's go time. We're gonna fuck some shit up time.
He's like, hey yo, squad assemble. Avengers. Avengers.
That's basically my go-to. Is I'm just like, all right,
All right.
I need you in here now. I need you to like. This is the problem. Let's execute. Literally, like let's go.
Execute.
A lot of the times I'll have if now because I plan on when it's not -2 degrees outside, I do plan on like going outside with my staff, and I do know if anything ever happens and I feel the need of protection, one big boom
Mm-hmm.
You
would
shall not
in case.
pass, Gandalf.
Okay.
Or I could call you Moses parting the Red Sea.
He had power. Okay.
I do.
He did.
So like
A
at
lot of
night.
those things had power, like true magical powers.
You can actually work with him.
Huh?
Magical. You can actually work with Moses like a spirit.
Mm-hmm. What? Tonight?
Hmm?
Or
No,
at night?
I said at night, like in manifestation, if I feel like something's coming at me or whatever, because there, like when I'm going to sleep, if I am awake and aware enough, let me say that. Let me preface it with that. Sometimes I stumble up there and I just get in bed and go to sleep. But if I'm awake and I'm just trying to fall asleep, not to the too tired point, I would do the manifestation of the dome, like kind of like I'm going to bed so now we can lock down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I do that several times a week, not every day, because like last night I stumbled up to bed.
Yeah.
It's gone. But like the nights that I'm aware, it's just the visualization and then the manifestation in the head to drop the dome,
Mhm.
which, you know, it's something I feel like that anybody can do that. You know what I mean? It's just that technique of like you have to visualize it. And the best thing to do is like watch that show, The Dome, and it's just like
Mhm.
boom. It
Yeah.
gives you like
Like
a
that.
perfect mental picture. Just
Honestly, here I got you. For people who watch SpongeBob, Sandy's house.
right.
Right.
Exactly.
I
You know
want
what
to
I'll
go
do?
ho 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 ho.
I'll also do if I'm feeling very threatened, like, and I need something now. If it's I usually will have something like anytime I need to do something, I'll always find something of nature that seems to be right there. Whether it's
Mm-hmm.
certain herbs or a black feather or like something will always just happen to be there. And I know that's also when I really need to do something. But I'll do something basically cursing, like straight up. I'm like, you will be cursed if you try to do something. Like something will be horribly bad for you if you try to do something to me.
Mhm.
Like I'll just send out like a wave of cursed energy
Mm-hmm.
that would basically, I hope, would put everything down and hurt and destroy anything that would still try to persist.
Now, do y'all have any kinds of things, words, recipes, or stuff like that for when you're sleeping? Because when you're sleeping, you're more susceptible to like psychic attacks or anything. Do you have anything
Mm-hmm.
specifically for sleeping? Like you keep an amulet next to your bed, or
So I that's where I never go to sleep without my amulet. Because this amulet is a very well like an all-purpose amulet. Like this is basically the mitochondria of all my amulets. Okay, the powerhouse, the big mama jama. So I'll never go to sleep without this. And that's my thing. And I mean, I also have there's right above my bed, like in the center on the wall, there is Owl Eyes Dreamcatcher that I
Mhm.
enchant to always be watching me while I sleep. And normally I would have a sachet, like a little mojo bag with something in it, but right now I don't have like any in this fucking house. My Jackson. I
I
have
have a
one
couple of
outside,
things.
which is traditional. I have to do something with that. Today's the day I have to do something with that. I forgot. Yes, I know what I'm doing after this. Huh?
He's doing magic after the live. I have a couple of things that I keep next to my bed because I used to have really bad sleep paralysis to the point where I would see things like over myself holding me down and like
Mm-hmm.
even hear growling,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't jive with. Sleep paralysis is my worst fear of anything. So I keep a couple of things next to my bed, two of which April has given me. I have a long crystal, quartz crystal on a black. You know what I'm talking about? That
Yeah.
long black woven quartz crystal point.
Yeah.
And then I have the alligator foot with the tourmaline in it and the quartz in it.
Yeah.
I use those. Um, I also do the water thing, like the blue water thing. I also keep that above my head. But recently I started not doing the blue and just using a glass of fresh, clean water and alum.
Mm-hmm.
Um, more specifically, because you know in like spice sections you can find the powdered alum, but
Yeah, that's what I have.
I went online and bought the actual rocks.
The rock. Okay.
So I'll
Oh,
break a piece
nice.
off. Yeah, I'll break a piece off and put it in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'll do that. And yeah. That's why I keep my cleansing up really good. And I've done the egg thing too, with the egg and the glass of water. I can't put anything under my bed because I have the bottom is the dressers, so I have to put it on top of my head. And then I also keep a rosary next to my bed too.
Yeah, I like
So
that. I have
um,
I used to keep this above my bed. This is Archangel Michael.
mhm.
My mother got me this when I was born, and that's when her, as a Catholic, gave me as a son Archangel Michael to watch over me. And so
Oh.
I would keep this above my bed for the longest time, but I was called to put it more over here because Archangel Michael's shrine is right here. So it's on the shelf with Tiffany and Tiffany's girl, or
Hi Noah.
guy, or friend. I have no idea.
Per person.
Hey Noah, yeah, her person, Tiff's person.
I waved. I didn't say hey out loud, but I waved. I I never take
I
my
also have
necklace
another.
off. Like I never
Okay.
take this thing off, which we talked about the other night. Um, and I have my upstairs gridded with crystal, like not the four corners of every room, but the four corners of the house. You know what I mean? Like each room in each furthest whatever corner that makes a square. I had a dream catcher above my bed, but I have a cat that decided to take it down. So, but most of the time, like at night specifically, I use manifestation. And you said something, I can't remember. I think it was you,
You.
Kevin, that said,
Who's
what
you?
the energy. I feel like that doesn't get maybe people do it quite often, but they don't talk about it. It's not put into the verbal vocabulary of like communicating what they're doing. But
No,
like a
no,
lot of times we're doing our energy work without even knowing it. You know what I mean? Like the minute your brain goes to, oh, maybe I need to do something, your energy is already working around you. You know what I mean? Like you're already doing it without doing it. And I think that goes unnoticed a lot. And if we were a little bit more conscious of it, it would be more attuned to our environment.
hmm See, I think, okay. Now you tell me if I'm wrong, right? But I
Okay.
feel like people, not that it necessarily gets overlooked, but it's not talked about or not a lot because that's with everything that you do. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And that is the point of spell work, of ritual, of conjurings, what everything that we do, you know what I mean, is what is
It's
the word I'm
energy.
looking for? Yes, but the word I'm looking for is similar to like spewing energy, but like it's not right. It's not spewing, but like
Whoa.
projecting energy.
Projecting, yes.
And so, but I feel like, but in the same sense, where I feel like because it's not talked about a lot, because it's kind of like, well, you would think maybe, but because of that, I've noticed a lot of witches don't realize that. and
Mm-hmm.
forget that aspect in the craft and wonder why like a lot of stuff is not working, and then they feel turned away from it. And it's like, well, no, how much energy are you truly putting in? How much effort are you truly putting in? Because the spirits are only going to put in the same amount of effort and energy as you do.
That brings up another topic of feeding things. And when I say that, it's not feeding the spell or feeding the defense or whatever. You have to feed you in order to keep feeding those things. And I think that goes undone for a lot of people, and they hit that burnout because they feel like nothing's happening, but you haven't fed yourself. And what I mean that in a physical manner, in a literal term, but also like, are you meditating? Are you doing things that help you relax? Are you channeling your energy? Are you doing any exercises? Are you working on your focusing? Are you working with the energy by yourself without a cause in the world for it to go somewhere? Just to figure out the best way that you manifest it and manipulate it. And I don't know if it's like doing your own little witchy homework, but it's for yourself.
Got to charge yourself.
Yeah. And
it's all along with meditation, but there's also grounding, centering, really just a lot of mental focus and a lot of letting go. Because what we forget, because we carry a lot of shit with us on a day-to-day routine, which is why we need to do stuff like this. It's because we need a lot of things to let go of, a lot of excess energy that A, doesn't even belong to us, or B, serve us in any way.
Exactly. And it builds up in the body like a bad water filter, It just you sometimes you just gotta like,
Take a
how
dive.
before you would exercise, or even in some yoga classes, they'll have you just like shake, just to release. That is the simplest thing you can do. Just give yourself a little shake, just shake it off, and not to Taylor Swift it, but just
You gotta you gotta take a spiritual laxative.
And that also goes into saying like with your cleansing rituals and your cleansing baths too. You know what I mean? But even with the defensive magic speak, you can do stuff like protective and warding baths. And the thing I love about baths is that I feel like it really seeps into your soul and your aura and your energetic field. And I think if I find it quick enough, I think it was something with Psalm 64.
I think
Psalms 52.
I got a lot of fucking stuff in here. Wait.
This is my Bible.
Right here. Yeah, Psalm 64. You want to read that for the folks?
Yeah, hold on. I gotta find Psalms. Okay, here we go. Psalm 64.
Marty, I can't take baths either. I have a shower also. I don't like taking a bath in the same shower that all the men in the house use.
Do you want me to say the whole song? It's only 10 verses.
That's not bad.
Verses.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think so. It doesn't say anything about verses. It just says 64.
Okay. All right. What do they call it in church? They call the people in the church.
People.
Never mind.
Right, people.
People in the steeple.
Pupils.
Pupils.
I don't remember.
My children.
Okay, sinners.
The flock.
Yeah, the flock. Hear my voice, O God, in my meditation. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret plots of the wicked, from the rebellion of the workers of iniquity, who sharpen their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, bitter words. That they may shoot in secret and the blameless. Suddenly they shoot at him and do not fear. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They talk of laying snares secretly. They say, who will see them? They devise iniquities. We have perfected a shrewd scheme. Both the inward thought and the heart of man are deep. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they shall be wounded. So he will make them stumble over their own tongue. All who see them shall flee away. All men shall fear and shall declare the work of God, for they shall wisely consider his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and trust in him, and the upright in the heart shall glory.
Mm-hmm. So that alone, perfect defense. Prayer, incantation, spell, however you want to work with that.
All in one.
I have one from Psalms 59. It's just 2 verses. Deliver me from my enemies, O my God. Defend me from those who rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity and save me from bloodthirsty men.
Mm-hmm.
Save me from bloodthirsty men. Amen.
Amen. Save me from men.
So, just men. And everybody is laughing at us because the word we were looking for, that whatever,
Congregation.
congregation.
Congregation. I see that's because all I see is congregation.
Thanks.
Well, we came up with some useful terms.
Yes, we did. The flock was amazing. Okay.
That was my people.
My people.
I said sheeple.
There was a sheeple comment or two in there too.
But that's mean.
I mean, are you wearing the robe? There was talk of we wear, it's Saturday, we wear robes.
Yeah, I saw smut
Noah.
witches. Did you see that?
Smut witches. What? There's somebody said we're smut witches?
Yeah, Noah. In the same comment, bro.
Okay, it went fast. I need you to back off my back, okay? Okay?
Okay.
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 I see it now.
Yeah.
You have no idea. Let me tell you the smut that I ingest daily. You
She
know
is
what?
not shy
Fix
of
your
the smut.
face.
My face is how can I fix the face?
You can't fix perfection.
You see how you always say it? You can't say I never say it. You always say it.
First of
And then
all,
she
you
Rowan,
says,
how many times do you hear this woman say it?
sarcasm.
she says that, and then she'll complain later that he thinks he's the shit.
Thank you. Thank you. And
This
now we
isn't
have an
about.
audience for proof.
Okay, no, we don't. You saw nothing.
You the Jedi is not with you.
We are not the droids you're looking for.
Roger, Roger.
Exactly.
Oh my god. So okay. So I know T's gonna want to talk about some defensives when she gets in here, but for a little bit, what are y'all's go-to when it comes to offensives? Now we talked about that in your video a little bit. I want to bring that here, and Rowan, I want to ask you because just how I love to play in the dark, and Crescent loves to play in the dark. You love to play in the dark, and I would love to hear what you got to say, especially in your
Me?
craft and your traditions.
He
Me?
doesn't like to
I don't
play in
play
the
in the dark.
dark.
Huh?
He doesn't like
Play
to
in the
play in the
dark.
Oh, he doesn't
dark.
play in the dark at all.
Who said that?
Like I don't
He's
play
a.
in the dark either. We're all good witches.
Oh no, I frolic in the dark. I don't care.
The dark is afraid of her.
Right.
I
Oh my
swear I'm
god.
related to the Wicked Witch of the West.
You know, okay, this is not on topic because why? But on TikTok, I ran across this. I love Chuck Norris jokes so much. I don't even know if y'all like
Yes.
have actively watched any of his videos or
No.
movies. Sorry, but there was the opening line was, oh my god, of course I'm gonna fuck it up, but it was like we used to have to work 7 days a week, and then Chuck Norris was born, and it took 2 days, so now we have the weekend or some shit like that. And it was like when he turned 18, his parents moved out. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what made me think of that, but it was great. I giggled.
You giggled?
Yes.
Yaya says she gardens in the dark.
I would too if I could garden in the dark. Shoot. I would love to have like 4 different gardens. A vegetable garden, an herb garden, and then a
A
morning
poison.
garden and a night garden. And a poison garden. Okay, 5.
5, because hello, the witch's number.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a pot garden.
That's
The
in the
middle.
kitchen.
That's the center.
That's the center. There you go.
That's the
That's the center. Because none of us can form without it. We have
I'm
The only reason that I
literally
have
about to
such a
have
green
another
thumb.
beautiful centerpiece myself.
The only reason I have such a green thumb is because I have to change the position of my plants because the Florida weather. Yeah, Noah's not allowed in my garden.
Why?
He has a black thumb. He killed a cactus.
That's not that bad.
That's bad.
I have killed a aloe plant every year of my life.
Yeah.
I'm kind of afraid to send them a silk plant.
I mean, you gotta keep trying.
Like,
It's
you know,
called
the fake flowers?
practice.
You know, I need. You know, I just want. You know the poison garden in what is it, England?
Mm-hmm.
I want that garden.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you
I
know
don't-
when like you see people like again, I want a fucking courtyard, guys. And I want a massive oak tree in the center.
Why not a yew tree?
Because Hecate is the queen of oaks and Hern's sacred tree is the oak.
Oh, okay.
I'm down with an oak-lined driveway dripping with moss.
Me too. Me too. I mean, I will have willows on the fucking in the courtyard, best believe.
You gotta keep the willows away from pipes, though, so they've got to be away from any like drain pipes.
We will have plenty
Gas.
of property. Oh my
I
god,
mean,
I saw something. I'm reading this book, right?
Mm.
And in the first chapter, it's talking on like old forgotten deities. One of them, I can't pronounce or any of that shit. It's in fucking Italian. But one of them is an evil witch, basically, that lives in a fucking castle. In a very fine castle. And I'm like, this is me.
oh, so it's the story of us.
It's the story of our lives.
Yes,
I thought you wanted to
Like,
be Baba
see?
Yaga.
Huh?
we can have a Baba Yaga hut in the back.
No. I don't want her house. That house is small. I mean, actually, when you go in it, it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
It's deceptive.
Right. But no, I'm good.
It's a grower, not a shower.
I'm good.
Like some
It's like,
people
I
we
mean,
know.
I got Baba
Hey.
Yaga's house on me with me everywhere I go.
Everywhere, yes. I forgot to water my resurrection plant. I've done that. I've really
Oh my
messed
god,
those
I
up.
am horrible with fucking resurrection plants. I always get mold on mine.
They always
Yeah.
mold. Apparently, there's a way to get past it, and you submerge the resurrection plant in water totally.
I've heard that,
Yeah,
but then
but
I've heard of reasons why that don't work too. I've heard of
yeah,
everything, and then all of its rebuttals, and it's like there seems to. I don't work with them because I can never figure out a way.
I feel like it's the plant. Honestly,
I
because
feel
you
like
don't know
it
where
just doesn't like me.
Well, no, because I mean, a lot of the same stuff happens to all of us. We've all tried different variations, and I honestly feel like it's the place that the plant comes from, or how it's packaged, or it can't be all. We're doing everything that we're told to do, and it's all wrong for most of us.
I even boiled the motherfucker and tried to kill any kind of bacteria. Nope.
Nothing.
Yeah, it still just molds over.
Angelo said that there's a documentary on YouTube entitled Pinocchio about the evil eye. I love the evil eye.
Angelo, I have one orchid that I've been able to keep alive for the past 2 years. So the first year it rebloomed, I got 1 stem. Now this year it's reblooming and I got 2 flower stems.
Mama's lasted. That's the only orchid we've ever had bloom 4 times in one consecutive amount of months, and it's dead now.
A lot of people's problem with orchids is they either overwater them or
Mhm.
underwater them. And
most
my thing
people
is,
overwater.
what I do is when I finally see that the roots are not green, they're translucent,
Mm-hmm.
Um, I will soak it in water totally, like up to the actual plant for like
Mm-hmm.
a couple of hours, take it out, and then leave it like that.
Yeah.
And then I'll keep doing that. And it's worked for me.
I kept
A lot of people
mom's.
also put ice in it, which you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of people do that, but it doesn't get enough water.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't do
You
that.
you
I
you have
just
to soak it.
I think every 4 to 7 days, I would just soak mom's, and then I would set it back where it goes because she had it in a window that got like partial sun,
Yeah.
and I would let it go, and then I would check it every visit to see, and then when it got like where I could push down really far because it was dry, I would submerge it again, and that was every 4 to 7 days, depending on her environment in the room.
Mhm.
Um, and then
That
it just stopped. But I got so many pretty blooms out of it. It was really great.
that
There's
brings up a good topic.
there's a couple orchids at work that are in bloom right now.
So pretty. I love
Hmm.
orchids.
What's a good topic?
Actually, oh, first of all, I accidentally forgot to water mine for like 3 weeks, and that bitch was green as it could be. So I think mine is probably just blessed by the gods.
Period.
But also, even the plants that you have in your garden, when you tend to them and baby them, you create a connection, and in a sense, they become protective wards.
Very true. Very true. In fact, that's actually why a lot of people will put like really a lot any plant, but what comes to mind right now while saying this is like witch's rue by the front door, or like
Mhm.
for me, I have witch's rue as the first plant in the garden. Um, because yeah, no, exactly that. Or even I'll have rosemary by like the corner of the perimeter because yes, when you that's why because we through our chats all the time we know that like we prefer to have our own gardens because
Mhm.
we love the connection with our own plants more than
Mhm.
anything with their spirits and everything, and because of that they do in the ground a natural way of having defense mechanisms.
Some scientists actually did a experiment where they took a person who um, have their have their plants, and the person who tended the plants and created a connection with those plants, they actually studied the energy that comes off of the plants, and when that same person is around, the energy of the plants increases. Like
Oh,
the plants recognize their caretaker and they become happier.
Oh wow, that's so
so they
nice.
know they're a murderer too. Then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, in your case.
Yeah. My rosemary is the only thing. Well, okay. My tomatoes and my cucumbers and my rosemary are the only thing that survived anything. Everything out front is dead, including that rosemary, the echinacea, the mint. I killed the mint somehow. I made it. What's up? You gotta open that. I thought you were warning me
We'll
about
get to
that.
that, Bougie. You know how we are when it comes to staying on topic.
I got one for the offensive magic in plants too. You know the snake plant that they call Mother Law's tongue?
I love that. I have one. It's dying.
Yeah. They also call it Saint Michael's sword sometimes. So it
Oh,
can not only defend, but because it looks like a sharp sword, it can be offensive too.
Oh, I love that.
yeah. I gotta put mine back. I had it by the front door, moved it into the dining room.
Hmm.
It hates it.
You know what I love? Blackthorn.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Of course you do.
Because it's kind of like, okay, so if you get it and you have a poppet and you stab the poppet, you invade their life with darkness, with nothingness, with blackness. You know what I mean? And with that, you can conjure all types of chaos because you're in the void and you can conjure anything you want. And in your hand, like, yeah, you can do it with good things too. I'm not saying you can't. Just anything, all ingredients are double-edged swords. But what it can do in one way, it can do in the opposite way. But of course, my
Hmm.
little mean ass is over here thinking, I want to invade people's lives with darkness. But yes, you can be that way nice like too if you want. If you have to be, I guess, if that's what you want.
I like what Lady Witch said. Destroy your enemy by naming a plant after them.
Nice. Yeah. In my case, that would work perfect.
That's so
It fucked up
so
a tree.
true. So right. But like
So you're
I mean,
telling me I can name my plant Kevin and just drop kick it?
Okay. All right.
I don't think so,
Okay.
Scooter. I don't think so. That's not how we play. That's not nice.
If I
It was the
name
only name I could think of.
if I name the cigar Rowan, will he burn away?
No, I might get high.
Maybe that's what I would love. That's what we need to do when we ever get together. You got to hit the blunt ones.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, he's like, me? Well, I would already do it. So,
You know what? When in the days that I partaken in the devil's lettuce, I turn, I get high and turn nonverbal. So unless you want me to talk the rest of the night, I'm not getting high.
and what do you mean
Oh.
you get nonverbal?
I sit there
Ouch.
like I'm in a trance.
Oh, not fun.
I sit here like this.
Oh God.
Okay.
No.
Why? Is it you don't know what to say, or like there's too many things going through your brain?
I already have a chemical imbalance, so it just makes it worse.
Oh, I get
Okay.
chatty.
Well, minus for you, Rowan, unless you do have ideas. But
I get hungry.
Crescent, do you have any defensive words with that particular herb?
With the
Do you
marijuana.
use it in Magic?
Marijuana?
Yeah.
Well, I'm normally high when I do magic. Does that count?
I mean,
It's
yes.
more like actually meditation. Yes,
Yes.
if
No, yes.
that plays into it. But normally when we're doing stuff, I'm already kind of jazzed up anyway. So yeah, I guess so.
You know what I love to do?
Hmm.
So, excuse me. Say I have my bowl of like my protection mixture, whatever that I have to like, put my boundary out or whatever. A lot of things I like to incorporate too, as I've mentioned before, is confusion spells, adding confusion layers on my things, right?
Mm.
And I'll say it for you, Crescent. Aglaria Padegara Ananas Capta. There you go.
Mm, mm,
So,
mm.
but what I like to do too is and then
Shamalama ding dong.
blow it into the pot. What now?
Huh?
What now?
Huh?
What now?
Huh?
What now?
Huh?
Huh?
I heard ding dong.
I heard.
See?
Right.
Yeah.
So blow it into the powder, into the mixture, and and then enchant it with kind of like a high euphoric kind of energy. Not for them to feel good though, but for them to feel mentally out of place and for them to feel not normal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a layer of confusion, but a layer of basically high. You too high to fuck with me. You know what I mean?
So like more like a delirium.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank
It
you.
could slow them down too.
That's exactly,
Mm.
yes. When it's very foggy, because where I live, I get a lot of fog. Sometimes it's looking like
Same.
Silent Hill out here. But I will enchant the fog as another protection layer on the property, on the land, so that when intruders get here, all they see is this thick fog. They can't even see the house. They have no
I like
idea what
that.
direction is what. So they panic and then they just leave.
I think we should all
Yeah.
shield our houses like that. Like I firmly believe your house should be shielded. Can you turn that down just a little
House
bit, babe?
should be unseen.
I don't know.
The only ones I need to see it are your folks. Anyone else don't need to see your house. I was lighting this. What happened?
Nothing.
Okay. So yeah, no, your house shouldn't be seen.
No,
Mm-mm.
I don't believe so. I think it. I can't say that. Well, okay. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking because it like jumping back and forth. But like I feel like everybody should be shielded. But then there's sometimes where like again, you can't receive anything good if it can't find you. So it's just like that what we were talking about the other day. A blend of sorts to let the good things in and the bad things can't find you.
Right. Gotta have that filter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the filter.
yeah.
That's a good yeah. exactly.
That's also in particular talks to the difference between also warding and shielding. You know, going back to how like shielding really is in last case scenario when you're really trying to stop something that coming to you, something particular, something specific. While rather the warding wards all that harmful shit out, but it'll allow that good stuff to come in. Again, like Glenda's bubble from Oz the Great and Powerful. Or if y'all have seen Fantastic Beasts, when Grindelwald had the blue fire, and could walk, and his people could walk in, but the auras, his enemies would get burned up and incinerated. Or if y'all watched Harry Potter, like how Snake was able to walk through the cage. Like certain things can come in, but certain things can't. That's the warding. While shielding again is that brute force that's going to stop anything.
I like the shielding. I do like the aspect of shielding, but me and Patricia have arguments about what I can't ever have my own thoughts. Sometimes Patricia be winning. She's like, shield it all. No, nothing. What you mean?
Everybody except the Amazon driver.
Literally, he can come
Actually, yeah, and USPS because TikTok,
because TikTok, I don't know. My
That's-
last order got canceled because they didn't want to send it out.
Well, you were shielded.
It's a good thing it wasn't a Santissima statue because she went on a trip.
Yeah. Oh.
She always goes anytime there's a Santissima Muerte statue coming to my house. That's her main thing. I know it's her because she always has to take a trip before she comes to me. Like, where are you going? You go everywhere. Where are you going?
Visiting. She's visiting. She's doing her work.
She had to go collect someone, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly.
If that's how she collects souls in the the postal system backed up.
God.
Oh my God.
Postal system is backed up any freaking way.
Yeah. I'm only sending one package out for Christmas this year. Well,
mine's going out after Christmas.
The Lady Witch said that she used to get fog off the lake and that she used it to hide her house. Every time it rolled in, I'd find out that people were getting broken into. Wow. Not us though, because you had that magic. You were invisible.
Exactly. I remember. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you trap fog in a mason jar?
Never tried.
In a mason jar?
Yeah, can you get fog, like trap actual fog in a mason jar?
I don't think so. I think it has to have the right mixture of environments. Or it would dissipate. It would just be like water, I think.
Yeah. I mean, you could get the water. Like if you leave it outside, you can collect that moisture and then you can use that because technically that is exactly what that fog is. So in a sense, yes, but like a jar with a cloud in it, basically, no. Bougie said that he uses rose thorns to filter out harmful witchcraft, and that's something I'm a huge belief in. I always say a great form of protection is thorns around the house, and if you are having sleep issues, night terrors, sleep paralysis, whatever the hell's going on in the astral sleep dream worlds, thorns around your bed. Not like where you're going to step on them, be smart, but thorns around the bed would also protect you.
Basically channel the power of Maleficent.
Yeah, and the flower of the rose, it's kind of, again, it allows the good things, the divine coveted things to come through, but the thorns prevent the harmful stuff. It's also kind of like the journey of the witch, where like the stem is a ladder with the thorns, and it's a hard journey. It's a hard path we take with many sacrifices. We reach the flower, the divine mind, and our divine purpose.
That's actually by saying ladder, you reminded me of, witches' ladders.
Yes.
And I'm actually starting one, and the base where things are going to hang is actually a rose stem.
Oh, I love that.
So it's going to hang kind of like this.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. And again, just kind of like what I said with the rose thorn, the rose basically with the stem and everything being a symbol of the witch's journey and the witch's path through life. That's a very nice way of incorporating that. Because again, when we reach the flower, the divine mind, the essence and being for our being.
I used to keep, and I just thought of this in my old apartment. I did. No, yeah, it was just at the old apartment. I had a shelf that my witch hat's on above my bed, and I had the big alligator head on it with roses in its mouth, and then a crystal in that. I had that done for a long time, but when we moved, I took it down because the configuration of these walls is not square, so it was hard to put that shelf up. And now the shelf is up, but it's in the room I used to have that Adrian's now in. So I haven't moved yet, but I did incorporate roses and thorns and animal parts and all that in there above my bed to keep that safe.
Right. Hey, girly.
All right, hey y'all.
Welcome,
Hey.
welcome. What's going on?
Of course, he's gonna walk right back out at the time. It's like the moment I push the button and ask for a towel.
Wait.
He needs a cover up.
He needs a robe. Give him a robe.
He used to have one, but he never used it. How? What did I miss? I'm sure it's about over.
No, not most. But we went into a couple of particular defensive techniques that we use to ward off anything, and we also even went into a couple of offensive stuff.
Back and forth.
I was watching a little bit of it in the car on my way home from the Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Did they have
They
good
actually,
stuff out?
They're actually already putting out Valentine's stuff there.
Are you serious?
No, yeah, half the store is Valentine's.
that means Dollar Tree is doing the same thing.
Yep.
Are they? Oh my God, they're so ahead of it.
People were like wanting to avoid me, which I don't blame them because I kept sneezing and coughing.
No, yeah, they were like me.
But like when I sneeze and cough, I go like this. Like I
Yeah.
get in my shirt. I don't do this or even this. I get in my shirt.
I do the same thing.
Oh yeah, because when you even go on your elbow, it doesn't collect everything.
Yeah, I
so
use the
just go into
shirt.
the boobs. Yeah, just get in
Yeah,
there.
I do this like, and then I get looked at like
Yeah.
this ain't doing nothing.
Like I'm helping y'all. Trust me by doing this.
Like next time I just let it spew all over you.
Right. Right.
I don't have fever. And when my husband had this last week, they told him it was a viral infection and it takes a few days to get past. So, because I made him go to urgent care.
Yeah.
But I know by tomorrow I'm going to be sicker.
What hurts?
My whole body. Like I got the aches, at the joints. Well, that works.
Hello.
Yeah, my whole house, other than me, has sinus infections.
See?
We
Yeah,
have
I don't.
See, when fall first came around, I was having allergies, and I haven't had fall allergies since I was a kid. This is my first year in forever. And when I went to go visit Cress, the difference in whatever that was, when I came back home, I was hit with like a sinus infection, and I was sick for a good couple of days.
A lot of people were getting sinus infections. It makes you wonder what we were breathing in.
My manager just came back from New Mexico, and he had to stay home for a while because it was during Thanksgiving. He got ammonia.
My cousin got pneumonia and strep. Junior got strep and COVID.
Oh my God.
The strep was going around like crazy.
What is going on? This year needs to be over. That's what I know.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad I work from home now.
No, miss out on a lot of germs that way.
Yeah. So I'm sucking down orange juice with some echinacea in it. Because even though I'm already sick, all the vitamin C and echinacea and an orange juice will help knock this out faster.
Oh yeah. And you won't feel as bad as if you don't drink that.
Yeah.
I can't because I could feel myself crashing already, and I have a party that's probably gonna have 100 children coming up to my office on Monday. So I'm just like,
the Christmas party?
The Christmas party, yep.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah, being sick during that's gonna be horrible.
Yeah, that's not gonna be fun.
It isn't. It isn't. Well, I'm glad I got to see y'all's faces and say hi to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I wanted to get off, but I was waiting on you to pop in.
Sorry, yeah, Frankie, he wasn't. We were all done eating, and he was kind of sitting there scraping his plate. Like,
Dragging his dinner out.
I mean, trying to make it go longer, I guess, which, because I haven't seen him really that much, in weeks. So I was happy to go out, even though I just wanted to crawl in bed.
No, yeah. But at least you had dinner with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't eat most of it, but we had dinner.
Yeah. No.
Well, that's one good thing about sickness is you can't eat as much, so there's no food guilt there,
I couldn't eat because I ordered shepherd's pie. I didn't even eat half of it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a dessert. And I ordered a chocolate pecan pie, and it tasted like ass because my taste buds are off.
Oh.
And I was so mad. I'm like, this tastes disgusting. Like,
I can say I've never had chocolate pecan pie.
It's good normally.
Is that? See, I love those pralines.
Oh my God. I was getting ready to say I watched, because I've been on the Cajun side of TikTok today, and I watched this one chick make pralines from scratch at home.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try it. It looks easy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to try because she made it look super easy. It's time consuming, and there's math because of the sugar water mixture and the timing.
Yeah.
But it looks so good.
Yeah, my grandma used to make her own pralines and her own peanut brittle and just everything. She used to make it all. Yeah.
My mom. There's a lady at work that comes in and she always gives me specifically, because she also goes to my dad's shop, because he's a service manager at a car place. So she's a customer for her or for him and a patron for me, and she always brings me like apricot bars, lemon tarts, blueberry tarts, Heath and Butterfinger cookies, brownies with walnuts. Oh my God.
What were you gonna say, Rowans?
Oh, my mom wants us to make divinity this year for Christmas.
That's a hard one to make with the weather.
I wish.
It can't be humid, but right now it's not humid, so we can get it set.
I love divinity.
What is that?
It melts in your mouth.
It's like
divinity. Divinity is like a pecan in the middle, and then on the outside is like this. It's almost like a meringue, but there's no egg in it.
But
it's like a
floof.
Yeah,
fluff.
It's a delicious floof.
It doesn't taste like marshmallow though. It's just
no, it doesn't taste like marshmallow, but it can definitely be considered like marshmallow texture.
Yeah,
not as wet and sticky.
It's made out of clear Caro syrup.
So good.
Okay, that sounds good.
It's so bad for you.
Yeah.
Is it?
That's why
it's. Well, I mean, it's bad for you. That's how you know it tastes good.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's
I just want to say that yes, Bougie, I will send you the video. It's a TikTok video, but I can send it to you. The one that I found.
See, I want to move to Georgia so bad. Sorry, Angelo's from Georgia.
Oh,
I had a feeling because he said something earlier that I was like, I feel like he's from Georgia. I feel like I was from Georgia, and now I'm not.
But one day
we're going back.
Are you going back?
I want to, yeah, because that's a story for a private conversation.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
They want to be closer to me.
And I was forever.
And y'all still never saw each other. Yeah, but he's only 2 hours from our friend Jesse, and they don't see each other.
He's only a couple hours from several people he chooses not to see.
I was like, if any of y'all were within hours of me, y'all would be seeing me just like Trina does. Like
it would be a wrap.
Like y'all be like, "Why are you on my sofa?" I'm like, "I was tired."
When did you get here?
It's like
she would be loading my shed up on the back of a pickup truck.
Probably, yeah. If you were close enough, like you couldn't get enough,
Side eye Noah.
Georgia people.
Well, it's -2 degrees, so y'all don't want to be hours from me.
I can handle it.
-2?
Mm-hmm.
I heard it was cold
inside. As long as I get to go inside.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely. I don't have a fireplace, but one day. That's a main necessity I need for my house.
No, you don't. You already have trouble with fire as it is.
No, it's okay. If it's a place for fire, it's what it is. So
Pepper
fire was
juice,
meant to go there.
ginger, turmeric, and lemon shots. That sounds like that would be good with a shot of tequila for my throat.
Mm.
Y'all,
Yeah,
y'all
like
take
a hot
pepper
toddy.
juice, take pepper juice, ginger, turmeric, and lemon shots,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You
and
could
I
eat.
added the tequila to that part.
You
Yeah.
could eat pickled garlic.
I eat pickled garlic all the time, almost daily.
See, I keep fire cider in the fridge. I just shoot that stuff back every couple days.
I usually make, if I'm in pain, I'll have equal parts valerian root, turmeric powder, and something else. I forget what it is. I think passion flower.
I
Mm.
haven't had a cold, or like an infection of this. Hey, you need to leave her alone. Get off of her. Sorry, Luna Aguayo, come here.
The government name.
Government name.
Yeah, she's been getting yelled at quite a bit tonight. She's testing boundaries.
Oh, she's on it
We're here
tonight.
to stick like this, and since I had COVID, I feel like I've had other issues. Y'all come make me get my spray bottle.
Oh,
I've had other issues. Trust me, lots of other issues with this.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. I think. I mean, I probably have been sick and just don't remember.
I'm sorry.
I don't like colds. I don't like blues. I don't like none of that.
I don't like when the air basically hurts your skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You know when you get sick and your hair hurts?
Yeah.
That
And foggy breath. And earlier, I tried to lift my leg to go over the doggy gate, and then I fell backwards and I hit my head on the wall.
Oh,
And I landed on that hip that I fractured. And then my leg was up still on the wall, and I'm like, did I fall off the wall? I don't even know how I got here. Like, what is happening? And of course, I'm screaming, and literally nobody's coming because 2 boys are out of town. My husband and Jesus both were in the bathrooms.
oh God.
God.
So it's just like
I'm just there. I'm like, I fell.
I
fell
can't,
hard.
I can't get my
I
what
can't
is
get
that
up.
commercial? I fell and I can't get up. Life
life
alert.
alert.
I'm gonna say, what was that button? Life alert.
I need a
I'm
button.
falling and I can't get up.
I need a button.
We all need
Yeah.
a button.
Oh
You
my
need a
God.
jitterbug. Get you a jitterbug.
Give me a jitterbug. Oh my
Is that still even around anymore?
Yes.
I think it is, but now they've done the smart version. The
Yeah.
smartphone version.
What's that?
It's just a smartphone with 2 buttons.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
help.
That's what my grandma needed because when she would FaceTime you, the whole conversation was like this. I wish I had recorded them, screen recorded them. It's so cute.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, now apparently you can record conversations on the phone, which is kind of creepy.
That new upgrade or whatever that was.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
forced itself because I kept saying no.
Yeah.
People are gonna get
Yeah.
cheating
I
much
did. Yeah.
more.
Just does it on at some point.
More and more receipts will be out there, so people better stop acting up.
But you know what's good about
Whatever
it
happened.
is, well, it's either good or bad. Depends on how you want to look at it. Personally, I don't think it should be this way because I feel like this was invented to catch people in confessions. But when you press it, it tells you when you're like, it says like, oh, the audio is being recorded.
Oh, so then you shut down. But people still edit things. They edit out things. I've been victim recently of my text messages being edited and put up on social media, and to make it look like I was saying something I didn't.
Oh,
And
wow.
I had a tenant who was complaining about a neighbor and brought me an edited version of her Ring cam. And I told her, I said, I'm not going to look at this until I see the whole cam. I want to see the whole video from the time y'all all walked outside. And it turned out she's the one who started the fight when she had turned it around. And I'm like, yeah, see, I need the whole thing.
Yeah.
From the get-go, from the beginning.
Yeah.
You have to, because you can't trust your freaking body no more.
No. And matter of fact, you might know something, but I'm gonna have to ask you that later. Hopefully, I remember because it involves with something that you know about, but I don't want to bring it up right now.
Who are you talking to?
T.
Oh, okay. I was
We're like,
That's an after party chat.
Yeah, it is. But T, I do want to ask you while you're here though, is there anything like defensive that you like to do in your practice, like traditionally, like that you like that's one of your go-tos that you want
I
to
don't
share?
have any go-tos.
Hmm?
I don't have any go-tos because it's all very new.
Yeah.
I came here to see what y'all were talking about, so I can see what I'm going to do. I mean, I can't tell, and I think we talked about it before. That one time where I got really, really, really dizzy. I told you, I'm not saying names of the people.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Really dizzy, and I felt like a knife was going through my head and down through here, and I couldn't see, and I was trying to get down the hall, and I was hitting wall to wall to wall, and I saw the vision of who was doing what they were doing. And when I got in my room, I prayed the Psalms. I have it written here. And immediately, that's the first time in my life that I used the Psalms that it worked so quick. 109.
109.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay. Yeah, that's
My favorite.
So I would have to say that's probably gonna be one of my go-tos, and there's gonna be some added to it as well. And then I also added at the time I added holy oil to my head and the back of my neck.
Yeah. I was gonna say too, we were talking about Psalms earlier, and Psalm 64 and 59 are really good. Psalm 64 has 10 verses, while Psalm 59 has only 2. But both are immense when it comes to warding off for like defending, you know what I mean? Putting up that defensive energy.
I don't have that written down from when we talked, Rowan. I have reversals and send back Psalms.
Another here's one, Psalms 59. Wait for it to write it down.
Be incorporating more things with it, obviously. Instant relief. Whew. And I was like, screw you. I want to say it bad word.
Right.
Put you on multis if I start slurring cuss words.
We say cuss words.
Oh, we do? Okay.
We say cuss words here.
Okay, so I was like, fuck you. Ah. Success. And I saw you. And I saw you.
I feel like it doesn't hit right unless you throw the F-bomb in there.
Yeah.
And that's something too where a lot of people forget that your own instincts, and it's the first thing you normally see without trying to put logic or reason behind it, is usually what's going on. You know, you'll immediately know without even really, because you can do a lot of divinations to figure out what's going on behind the scenes, but 9 times out of 10, you already know.
Yeah.
You'll have that little feeling in your gut that just tells you
that intuition
right here
guides you.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm gonna have to pop off because I'm getting too sleepy.
Well, thank y'all for letting me come say hi.
But thank you guys for so much for popping on here.
No problem. Y'all take care and carry on, and I love you all. And what's wrong? Okay, I'll get off here. I will see y'all later. Apparently, I got to talk to a baby.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all.
Love you, darling.
Love you too.
Love you, April.
Bye.
So I make my own holy oil too, because I got, the recipe, it's not obviously 100% to the Bible, only because of the, like, what was it, like 500 or 600 shillings of something.
Yeah.
But
I plan on making my own oil and my own holy incense and just making my own things as well. Like I'm excited to learn the differences of what I did before versus, if there is even differences, there might not be no difference. It might be just the difference of a prayer that goes over it. Like, I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait because honestly, I see it. You go through that. I learn a lot of stuff myself. You know what I mean?
Soak it up. Sponge.
Yeah, because I love divulging in other practices and other cultures and that's part of why I label myself as being eclectic, because I like to derive from other cultures, not just one specific thing.
Yeah.
You know? because I'm all over the place. My books, my bookcases are practices and things from all over the world.
Yeah. Yeah. I had always like reading and understanding that other people, especially since we communicate so much with so many different practices on YouTube. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. And even in my day-to-day life, a lot of people, even in my own family, have diverse religions and spiritualities. But a lot of, and it's funny because a lot of when we all come together, we realize that a lot of things so are different, but a lot of things are very the same. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Sorry. We just
Yeah.
have you ever thought about writing a book yourself?
Me?
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually in the process.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Why you giggled, Rowan? Is that why Rowan giggled?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
That would be pretty awesome. I think people would enjoy that.
Thank you. I'm in the process right now. I have finished a couple chapters, and
Nice.
it's a slow process. It's a slow, and I get writer's block.
Yeah.
But
But it's okay to take your time to get it right.
yeah, no, that's what it is. I want to make it to where not only does it make sense, because I want it to be easy to read, because I've read a lot of occult works that some of them are very hard to read. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot.
Yeah.
But so not only do I want to make it easy enough to read, but I want it to be relatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And see, those are the kind of books that I like.
Yeah.
Having dyslexia, a book that's hard to read or that does a lot of twisting with the words or like goes back and forth too much, I can't.
Mm-hmm. I have a very continuous thought, and that's what it is too. A lot of my troubles is starting something, because once I do, then my brain won't stop. My brain won't quit, and then I just continue on.
Well, I can't wait for it.
And
the Bougie Mystic said that they better get a signed copy.
And they absolutely will. Anybody who wants it will absolutely get that. I was working at a library. I was working with my coworker who was doing discards, and the very last thing you have to do is color out the barcode. And so I was like, I got that. And every time I was doing it, I was just doing my signature. I'm like, I'm practicing for when I have to sign for my books in the future.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
So all of those books have my signature in the back.
So cute.
Yeah. But is there anything more, Rowan, you wanted to add? Excuse me.
Yaya said something about rosemary on your head to cleanse yourself with rosemary, which also reminds me, you can take the branches of the rosemary because they're so straight and, pliable, that tequila could also fashion them into crosses.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how much I loved rosemary in my old practice. Like, it was like an all-purpose for me.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually bind them together into crosses and use them as like crosses on the wall.
I planted a bunch of rosemary in front of my office too.
What was that?
I did a lot of rosemary in front of my office, so I have access to lots of rosemary. I love rosemary. The feeling of it, the energy that comes off of it.
Me too. It's such a powerful herb.
Mm-hmm.
You can also
I feel that way also with roses, like rose stems.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love roses.
You can burn frankincense and myrrh while praying Psalm 61 to protect the home and send away evil.
Yeah, I have. My house is pretty oiled up right now with prayer.
It's good, yeah.
I do it, every couple of weeks. I try to go out and get it done. And I still have my mirrors and crystals in the ground and my railroad spot on the ground too.
Yeah.
So I could still tap into things like that.
That's what I was going on about a little bit ago, saying like, the protections that people do. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look for my first grimoire. That the protection that people do, they're still there in the ground. Whatever your house isn't under the protection of whatever you're doing at the moment, but it's protected by all those layers that you've done prior. And to tap into that and empower that and imbue them. And there you
It
have
was
such a
family.
strong.
It was a family project too. We all were together when we put all that in the ground. Except
Yeah.
the one that's in the middle of the property. Jesus did that on his own. He said he felt like it needed it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love when the kids get involved like that.
Mm-hmm. Because he doesn't hardly speak, let alone get involved with anything. But when he does, it's like, okay, pay attention.
Right. I have a spell or a prayer. It's from the Bible, and I forget. It's in Latin, and I think I sent it to you, T. But it's when there's like a real strong presence, like a real nasty haunting that is happening in your house that you can't seem to get rid of. Whether it's from other people doing it to you or just something from the other side. And it involves having holy water and basically washing down the house while praying the prayer and writing it on a piece of paper and placing it in the four corners of the house. And that would banish anything that would be malignant in the home.
Now, how do y'all feel about holy water, making your own holy water? Because, I always made a protection water, but the holy water, they're saying you have to be an ordained preacher, pastor, in order for it to actually be a thing.
I guess. Oh,
go ahead.
You want to go?
No, I want you to go.
I guess that's another thing where it depends on if you follow like an organized religion or not. Like you follow Catholicism or you follow this, that, and the third. Because I know mostly when it comes to like Protestants, they believe that the power is already in you through Christ to do whatever you need to do. And then in Catholic belief, they believe you have to be ordained. If you go off the true belief,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, and here's the thing is, if we're taught that if we ask, we will receive. So if we ask and pray and ask God to bless this water and make it holy water, then why do I need an ordained minister or preacher or priest or whatever?
That's what you figure out, and that's what you figure out when you start practicing the mystical side of Christianity and Catholic folk magic, as opposed the structured version.
Yeah,
I feel like when you start practicing it that way, you get back to the true beliefs of what Christianity was supposed to be.
Exactly. See that's definitely what's happening in my world.
And they say through Jesus and God, you can do whatever you need to do. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, getting holy water out here in the boonies, there's no Catholic churches probably within an hour from me.
Yeah, I believe
and
that.
These Christian churches don't have holy water in them.
Yeah.
These churches out here, they don't have holy water.
I don't got an hour, but I got a half hour to the nearest Catholic church.
Yeah.
But I
close to my job.
Yeah, I know, and I agree there too. And I also, truthfully, I don't trust everybody, and I don't trust everybody's blessing and their energy in that sense. So for me, yes, you have in the witch world, when you have different types of waters and stuff like that, I feel like when your intention is the same and if you're making it through, because I think you have to make the holy water. Probably depends if you have that certain deity, you know what I mean? Because and that's where if you don't, you're probably not going to make holy water. You can make blessed water, but I think to have that deity is to make that sacred water, you know what I mean? And that's the blessing.
That's how I feel about it. That's why I was wanting to ask you guys, like, what do you think about it? Because that's what I feel about it. Because when I was looking up and reading about it, and I'm just like, okay, well, that just doesn't make sense to me, and I don't have that anywhere near me.
Yeah,
I definitely believe that you can make holy water yourself. You don't have to get it from a church or anything, or even a holy site. If you need it then and there, you have the power through God to do what you need to do.
Exactly.
And, like Kevin just said, we don't trust everybody. How do I know what intentions are being put? Just because he is ordained means that whatever prayer he puts over it is better. I don't know what lifestyle he lives or
who he is
done or I don't know anything about him.
Right.
And this water is a pretty important part of cleansings and protection and stuff. So like,
it's like when you get things
one-on-one with my God and myself.
Yeah, it's like when you get things from other sources, you cleanse them. You make sure they're in a good energy form for you to work with, because again, you don't know who's touched them, what energy they've been through. You can't trust that. You can't trust all that. And exactly like what Rowan said earlier, it's God's power that works through you. You know what I mean? So if and yeah, no, and if he can do that, I understand the whole ordained practice and everything, but exactly, it's the true meaning that God is there for you. You know,
Yeah.
and life is
That's
living
what
for you.
I've been reading in the Bible. Like when you read the actual words like that, that's exactly how it's supposed to be.
And when you read the Bible, it says in the Bible that God is in all of us.
Yeah.
We all have a spark of creation of God within us.
The Holy
God
Spirit.
is us and we are God. Yeah.
I'm making my own.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was only able to get 1 bottle's worth for my husband from over there by my job because he at the front door of our house we have this Virgin Mary on the wall that has a little bowl. He, does himself in the morning before he goes to work.
Yes.
And I'm just like the struggle going to that church and it's very uncomfortable. I'm not comfortable going to that church either. So
I want one of those so bad.
Of the Virgin Mary, or because they come in different.
The water holder. So before every time I do my work, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
And I also do believe that the best holy water you can get is from a natural source. River water.
Right?
River water, well water. Jesus was baptized in a river. I mean, you can make it out of any water, but I feel like if you want something true to the source,
that would be the water from a lake.
Yeah. See, I like that. So I appreciate that conversation because that's been weighing on my mind for a couple of days now.
Oh yeah.
You can make your own blessed holy oil.
That's what I'm saying. If I can make my own holy oil, why can't I also do that with the water?
Absolutely.
And then you don't even have to go by the recipe in the Bible for holy oil. If you just want to take a bottle of extra virgin olive oil and say a prayer into it.
He's got some right there. Yeah.
And this is the recipe from the Bible, except one minor thing. Now, I have 2 recipes. I have the recipe on my shop and the recipe I use for myself. And the recipe I use for myself has 1 extra ingredient, and that's cannabis, because I forgot where I got the source from, but I read that in the original recipe, cannabis was used in the holy oil.
And it makes sense to me. It's a peace herb. Makes sense to me.
So that's why. So that to me, as that like that traditional sense for me, and when I use it, that's the recipe I use. The one for the shop, of course, does not have that ingredient in it.
I have a recipe for a Psalms 21 oil, which all it is you get a bottle of extra virgin olive oil, put a pinch of salt in it, and then once a day, 3 times for 7 days to say Psalms 21. So the first day you would say it 3 times in a row, let it set. The next day, say it 3 times in a row for a consecutive 7 days, and there you go, Psalms 21 oil.
What's in Psalms 21? Where's my Bible? It's on my table.
The Psalms 21, I also associate with the Ace of Cups. In tarot, you know how some tarot cards you can.
Was everybody in robes tonight?
Huh?
Is everybody in robes tonight except me? I'm still fully dressed.
Yeah, Noah yelled at me earlier because I wasn't in a robe, but April and Rowan was. So.
I can't wear the robe that I have. I can't wear on camera.
Oh.
That's not the kind.
Lady Witch Psalms 21 oil is used for anything positive.
Anything positive?
Yeah.
I'll write it down and look it up when I do my reading tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to make a note of that one too. You know what else I use? I use Psalm 23 for cleansings.
I'll write that down too.
When I do my cleansing baths, I do them 3 days in a row for mind, body, and soul, or Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And I say Psalm 23 3 times. Once in the beginning of the bath, I dunk my head. Second, in the middle of the bath, dunk my head. And third, just before I get out of the bath, dunk my head.
What I was gonna say, I also have made oils by on a piece of parchment paper or brown paper, writing down the psalm, and then just rolling it up and sticking it in the oil.
Mm-hmm. Even you can do that with even putting it in like in your shoe and your wallet. Mm-hmm.
You
I
can even
have
burn
in
it
my
to
wallet.
ash.
In my wallet, there's a couple of written petitions.
Yeah.
In my Bible, I have on a piece of brown paper, I have my name and birth date written 3 times, and I keep it in the Bible to be like a protection charm.
Mm-hmm. That is a great charm.
Yeah. My grandma used to put pictures of whoever she was trying to protect, or because a lot of my uncles were also like on drugs and stuff, like my birth father was, and she would put their picture in the Bible in the appropriate spot that she thought was appropriate in the Bible that, to help them get clean and stuff.
That's
I
smart.
keep in my
I'm
Bible
writing this down.
the little pamphlets that you get from funerals,
Mm-hmm.
like that has the person and stuff. So I have 3 different people in here.
I love that.
I have because I work with Santissima Morte. I have a wooden box that has a picture of my cousin who is in the Navy, and I have bay leaves for safe travel, angelica root for the blessings of the angels, and 7 archangels resin. And I pray with Santissima Morte to keep her protected and safe because she's also a Santissima Morte devotee.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something I do to help ward off any danger from her. And you can do that with yourself or any family member, friend, yada yada.
I love how
I've also
endless it is. Like it, like the magical world. It's endless. Like the
Yeah.
possibilities of
I've
everything.
always said there's a spell for everything.
Mhm.
I've also say for example, I've taken the picture of somebody you want to protect or heal, and you place it like on the table, and you stretch out the rosary around them like a circle,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then you use
My
it as
husband actually does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually, that's something that him and his mom, they've always done that.
What was
Always
that? I was writing. I'm sorry.
You take the picture, the name of the person you want to protect or send healing to, and you place the rosary around them, stretched out like a circle.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can burn a novena candle too.
Yeah.
I like using a novena candle.
Mhm. I love working. Rowan. I love working with Saint Lucy because
We were
because
talking
of
about
our
St. Lucy last
visions.
night.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were talking about St. Clair last night on the live with T and
Yeah.
Colton and Conqueror. And we talked about St. Clair, and then we talked about St. Lucy because they go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see what Nocturnal wrote? And then Lady Witch also.
Certain verses and that thin paper is decent rolling paper for joints. Observe that. Oh.
Now that's something. That's
Should
right
I
up
be
your.
concerned at all about absorbing smoke and ink? Let me know.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, but then again.
I mean, but you could write it without ink because it's still going to be there.
Yeah.
The essence
You
of
could,
what you.
when people make that invisible ink out of lemon juice,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can do that.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool. Hey, stop it, man.
One of my favorite workings is a simple novena. I guess it would be dedicated to the Virgin Mary. Every day, you'll either light one candle each day for 9 days, or have one novena candle to burn for 9 days. And every day you would pray the Rosary, and at the end, when you finish the Rosary,
Oh no, you cut out right at the end.
I thought
You're
it
like
was
right.
me.
You're like at the end, and then it stopped.
Oh,
let me redo it.
you're back. You're back.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A novena rosary working / prayer. You get a 9-day novena candle, or just one candle for each 9 days, like
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4. And you would say the rosary with the candle burning, and then at the end of the rosary, when you're done praying that part, you will say your petition, and you do that every day for 9 days. And that's a novena, rosary novena prayer.
Oh, I love that. See, I have I have the rosary that you gave me, which is like my power, my main rosary that I incorporate. I also have my abuela's rosary that I love to use.
I'll show you one of my favorite rosaries. I'll grab it real quick.
I'll show you the one that I'll show you guys the one that Rowan made because he is beyond talented.
Very much so.
And I'll show you my abuela's.
This is my rosary. I have a lot of rosaries, but this is my favorite. It's a clear crystal rosary with Our Lady. Come on, don't move. Our Lady of Lourdes in the middle, and then it's like crystal, but it's not like that cheap crystal. It's like I think if it's not what's that very fancy crystal? Swarovski. If it's not Swarovski, then it's I don't know what it is. But in the inside there is actually a little drop of Lourdes water.
That's amazing.
Wow.
And this is I don't know where I think I found this at Goodwill, and this is one of my favorite ones. It's been on my ancestor altar. I keep it with Saint Clair right now, but this one's my favorite.
Paige, get out from under there.
Bougie, I do, but like I make them to order. So if you want one,
Because somebody was asking for one with skull beads. Who was that?
If anybody wants to talk about me having a rosary made for them, like me making one for them.
Yeah, the Bougie Mystic wants to commission one, and then Angelo was that the one who was wanting?
Yeah, wants a rosary with skull beads.
Yeah, with skull beads.
My name on Facebook is Rowan Woods. You'll see me on there. Just add me and we'll talk.
His TikTok is also down below. I think maybe with his Etsy in the description, but his TikTok is down below, also down there with his name down there, and TikTok is Anointed Curiosities.
I made a rosary one time of the Virgin of Guadalupe made out of rose quartz, and I sent it to my godmother, and a crackhead stole it.
Oh my god!
I'm so mad.
Oh man, I got to see that one. I've seen that one. You showed.
I should have.
Yeah. Showed you too.
I should have just sent it to you to give to like your mother-in-law or your husband, because.
Well, they all
maybe that person needs it.
No, they don't.
Well, this is the one. This is my favorite, and this is the one that you made.
Yeah, it used to be longer, but I had to cut it short.
Yeah, and this is
so nice.
This is the crucifix from my first rosary ever.
Oh.
Yeah, but the original crucifix that I had put on there was like a pagan one, because the cross points were elements, the triangle symbol elements.
Yes, I remember that, but that was a very fragile, I think, piece of metal. Because yeah. Because I think it was originally that, and then it broke.
Yeah.
And then we transferred to this one,
and
then this is my abuela's rosary. So it's like a light blue.
Is it topaz?
I have no idea. She
Let
gave
me
it
see
to
the
me for my
centerpiece.
18th birthday, though. Huh?
Let me see the centerpiece.
The centerpiece. I got you.
Is it Mary? Yeah, it's Mary. Yeah.
Beautiful. Wowzer.
I wish you could see this better, because this centerpiece here is like old school. Like,
you're gonna have to send us a picture of it.
I'll have to send a picture.
It's not showing any kind of image.
Yeah, it's because it's I think it's silver and it's tarnished.
The Bougie Mystic said that they sent you a friend request, Rollins.
Okay. I'll look at it when we get off here.
Yeah.
Oh, Saint Benedict on the crucifix.
Yeah, I like Saint Benedict.
Yeah,
a lot of the bracelets that I used to make had the Saint Benedict medal. Is it hand carved? I don't know.
You know who else I love? Saint Expedite.
Yeah.
And he loves the Sara Lee necessarily pound cake, I think.
So do I.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Mhm.
I just had some the other day with banana pudding.
Oh yeah. So
What I love about it is that you can keep it in the freezer till you want to eat it.
hmm
It just tastes so much better than any one that you'll find.
No, it's so good. And I love that. That's like one of his favorite offerings. Like that specific brand. I read that somewhere.
He knows what's good.
hmm
I made
Read through the
for
comments.
Bex one time a rosary for Saint Michael made out of tiger's eye beads.
Yeah.
Oh,
Beautiful.
I love that. I have my ring. That
Mhm.
Tiger's Eye is my favorite crystal. That and I
Don't
also have my
Yep.
green malachite and my garnet.
don't you have the Saint Lucy chaplet that I made you?
Yes, I do.
Like my hands smell like metal now because of the,
Yeah.
which is not the worst smell in the world.
No, it's not.
So it fits right over her neck to wear as like a necklace.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember what I made that out of.
I think blue lace agate.
Yeah, the agate.
See, it's just beautiful. Like
Which blue lace agate is a great crystal for second sight.
What were you gonna say, T?
I was saying, those are handmade. I mean, just look how pretty they are. They're not all jacked up or anything.
No, not at all. This is the real deal, and they don't break.
Yeah, because I
get a
test
lot
them.
of things, especially even like from botanicas and stuff, that they just break so easily.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
before I send them out, I do the strength test. I will actually do this all around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had any complaints of any of the ones that we sold on the shop of your stuff.
Mm-mm.
And Ernesto at work, he wears 3 of yours on his wrist at all times.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because
Yeah,
you want to be
actually,
close
matter
to
of
me.
fact, you just reminded me because I was thinking, I was like, I know I have other stuff.
Yeah, you should. I have sent you a lot of stuff over the years. Oh, I made tea back in the day. Your Hecate rosary.
Uh-huh.
That
And
one was one of my favorites.
Well, it was still around her. It was still around her statue. So it was hers.
Mhm.
So, and again, just the talent in this kid right here.
Yeah.
He makes bracelets. So this is one of the bracelets. This, I believe, is Saint Benedict charms. Are they not?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's not really my favorite one that I've ever made. But yeah.
There's
But you
also
see how
this.
skilled you are, though. You're not seeing the skill in
Yeah.
the perfection that comes in. I feel like an infomercial right now, but because I personally have your things, and people in my life have your things. So
And this beautiful rosary has a matching bracelet.
now look at there, because
Yeah.
And no, again, this is strong. Like this is not breaking at all. This is good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Yeah. I have made a Bridget one. Bridget, not a rosary, but a chaplet. Yeah. But I think I sold it. But I have pictures of everything, so.
Mm-hmm.
And even stuff like this, like amulets, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
genuine amulets, especially when prayed over, having oils anointed on them.
Yep.
Yeah, I love using rosary as like protective amulets and stuff like that because the rosary is sacred to the Virgin Mary.
Mm-hmm.
The rosary is one of the things that she owns.
Mhm.
And the reason it's called a rosary is because every bead that you pray to her is like giving her a bouquet of roses.
See, I didn't know that.
Hmm. So the whole thing is like a bouquet of roses.
Wow.
And you can, there's so many different versions of the rosary that some people might add another prayer to it, or you can even pray the rosary with the intent of giving your ancestors strength, or in honor of somebody who has passed away to give them light on the other side, or You can pray the rosary for any attention that you want, to protect somebody, to if you need help with your finances because of a certain situation, for healing. It's just like say the rosary, say what you need. Bada bing, bada boom.
I love that.
Yeah.
And
Bougie.
I was like, even either Kevin was making a real long hit, or he was frozen.
I think you froze. Bougie Mystic said that they were originally made from crushed roses. Yeah.
Okay.
There's some people that actually make them that way, and you can get like the faint smell of the roses still.
I love that so much. That's just nice.
I love rosaries. Because in almost any tradition, you always see some form of prayer bead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. Isn't this on his channel? Yeah. Okay. I was like, what? We're here.
Yeah.
You paused and you had your little puffer up to your mouth. I said, either he's taking the longest hit ever, or he's frozen. At some point,
sad after all that.
I remember Snow Orchid. She told me that her grandma used to take the egg for the egg cleansing and wrap it in the rosary, and then.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I remember that.
Anytime I go into, because I do a lot of spirit seeking, and anytime I go into cemeteries or abandoned places or anything like that, I like to have a rosary wrapped around my hand to have me protected, but also guided. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good.
My cousin, she never takes her rosary off. She is a true Catholic mysticism, like mystic. And oh my God, I'm so like enthralled by her energy. She is so strong. And like I said, she's the one that's the Santissima Muerte devotee.
Okay.
And she's very genuine in her religion.
I love that.
And her connection to God is what I've always said should be for the religion, and what was always meant. You know what I mean?
Oh, and there was more. I'm starting to fade, y'all.
Yeah, my phone is spooky on me.
Sorry.
So, but guys, thank you so much for joining in. This was a great chat. Thank you.
I was watching y'all before I got here, so thank y'all.
What was that?
I was watching y'all before I got here in the car, so thank y'all for all y'all's information.
And hopefully next time we can do this again.
Yes.
Hopefully soon.
We need to do, all of us, the Christian Catholic mysticism part on a video too.
That would be nice. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
And Kevin works with the Saints too, so.
That would be nice. It was nice that we were all able to be on here, even if me and April weren't on here very long. And then y'all were on there with it being a last minute kind of a
no,
thing. Oh man, we
came
got
up this morning, so I appreciate you guys coming on last minute and stuff.
It was fun. I wish I was here earlier. I don't have any kiwi and Bougie Mystic, but I will send my husband to the store and get some. He actually, it's the funny that she's saying to eat kiwi, because we went to the store today to get the stuff for the Christmas meal, and he picked up a container that had kiwi in it, and I saw him, but then I just passed him. I'm like, why is he doesn't even like kiwi? What's he looking at kiwi for? He was probably being told your wife needs some kiwi.
Right.
He didn't bring it.
He didn't listen.
He didn't listen, but I will. Thank y'all for having me.
No, for real. Thank you guys for coming. And T, I hope you feel a lot better.
I'm gonna stay in bed all day tomorrow, so
yeah, no, seriously, get some rest.
I'm going to.
No more shopping.
No, I'm done. Everything is done. We're done.
Good. I haven't even started yet. I'm horrible.
You had all day. Never mind. It's okay. I'm done. That's all.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll catch you in the next video.
All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Love yous. Bye.